Hey guys, so I just saw the movie Terrifier on Netflix and I have to say it was a bloody good time. If you're the type that's looking for blood, gore, bodies getting chopped up, heads flying, then this movie's for you. It does not hold back, especially on the blood. Blood everywhere in this movie. And one thing I have to say positive about this movie is it has a lot of strong scenes, especially with the clown, which by the name is his name is Art. And I love his costume and his makeup, the way he looks. They did a good job with that. And I love how like he's very creepy when he's like staring down his victims and he has like that really creepy clown smile. Yeah, very terrifying. Lives up to the title very well. And that's good because unfortunately it does have some negatives, mainly the acting and of course the script. Script's kind of but the acting itself overall is not very good. It does have its moments of shine. It has some very strong scenes, but then when there's not much going on and you see these actors kind of, doing their thing, you can really see the poor acting. And this movie begs for blood to splat everywhere. Basically something as far as action. But yeah, I tell you, the clown was awesome in this movie. But even he had his parts of like really like not very good acting. But most of the time he was pretty good. And I always liked how he'd always carry a sack like he's Santa Claus, which had all his tools and weapons that he used to torture and kill off his victims. Yeah, in the most gruesome way too. Yeah, they do not hold back. And yeah, I mean that's kind of all there is to say. The start of this movie was really strong. It starts off on this talk show and they're like interviewing this chick that actually survived an encounter with this clown, and her face, I'll show you an image, was like so disfigured. It was very creepy, and because of that it really got you engaged right away. So the beginning of this movie was very strong, and even after that it would show you the clown Art that would just fill up his sack with all his weapons and tools and whatnot. And you'd see him just walking outside on Halloween night. So this is a Halloween movie. And he just spots these two chicks that just left a Halloween party, and one's all drunk, and they stop at like some pizzeria place and just, eat something. And the clown just goes right in. He's just sitting down, staring them down. And I won't say too much more because I don't want to, give out any spoilers. Because there is some really good parts to this movie. It'll get you laughing. And yeah, it's awesome. And it's good because it does have some, bad scenes as well, unfortunately. But anyways, I'm going to keep this short because otherwise I'll be giving out spoilers. So let's go to final verdict. So, after watching this movie, I want to give it higher, but I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 10, which is below average. And that might sound harsh, but I have to review it as a whole movie, not just particular scenes that were really up there, really strong, because, as a whole movie, it also had parts that were way down here. So, and the reason why I just kind of missed the average. So let me tell you about my scale, right? For those of you new to my movie review videos. So on my scale 1 to 10, right? 1 is utterly trash. 2 is a piece of shit, so close to a whole shit. This is kind of a funny way of putting it. 3 is just bad. 4 below average, which I made. So I just missed the average mark. 5 is average. 6 is above average. 7 is good. 8 is very good. 9 is outstanding. Just missed that 10 out of 10. And 10, masterpiece. Even though there's really no such thing as masterpiece, but you know what I mean. A movie that's very memorable and you'll never forget. One of the greatest classics. That's how I like to put it. So yeah, the reason why this is 4 out of 10 is there was boring parts. I mean, it had great parts, but it also had some boring, lame parts with, really bad acting. And yeah, it just wasn't well balanced due to that. So like when you would run into a boring scene, just staring at bad action, bad acting, it really begs, you're begging to see something happen. And that's kind of the unfortunate thing, because this, really, I do recommend this movie. So for those of you that have Netflix, go check it out. It is worth watching. Great movie, even though it's below average. And also what made that decision, because I thought about average, but after watching this, and I may watch this one more time, anything below average, to me, it doesn't have rewatch value. So as a whole movie, I wouldn't care about watching this again. Maybe if it's still on Netflix next year around this time, I may watch it again, but I'm going to skip to only the good parts. And that's not good, because a movie, to me, to at least be average as far as the rewatch value goes, I have to be able to watch the entire movie. And not so much with this one, because it does have some, negative parts. So that's why. And also I saw Doom, and I gave Doom a 5 out of 10. And Doom was definitely overall much more balanced and more entertaining from start to finish, even though that has its share of flaws as well. That's why, see, I couldn't give this the same rating as Doom, because I think Doom is definitely better than this movie overall. So that was also what made my decision why it's a 4 out of 10, but definitely worth seeing. To me, a 4 doesn't mean it's a bad movie. 3 and under really means it's bad. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this movie review. Sorry, it was really short. I had to keep it short. This was actually not a very long movie. I think it was under an hour and a half. Might have been like an hour and 20-something minutes, which was good. It actually could have cut off more time or added more kill scenes or something. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.